Good evening, everybody. Peaceful Prospector here. This is the Friday episode, and we're going to put all that in here and hope we have some luck because, been kind of skunked the last 2 days, right? So, this camera starts bouncing all over. So, yeah, last 2 days, no colors in the pan. So there's that. It's kind of sad, but yeah, it is what it is. If every day was sunshine, we'd never appreciate the rain. So, and it is Friday. Oh, man, today was just nothing horrible, but dang, I'm glad it's over. Everybody that's got time left in the work week, you have my condolences, because speaking of, sunshine and rain, right? Up my neck of the woods, it's been warm for the season, over 30, so all the snow that got freezing, or is melted, and it's supposed to only get nicer, which is amazing for January. So no complaints at all about that. And I am an absolute idiot because I did print out a list that I'd have with me for this video to do some call-outs for some of the folks that have subscribed, that I'm so grateful for subscribing and watching the videos and commenting, especially comments, because it helps me stay engaged. I have a very eclectic interests. Gold panning has really been one of the long-term interests for as far as my attention span goes. Normally within days or maybe a few weeks, I've burned out the subject, and I've learned everything I could learn, or it's just no longer interesting for me. So I move on to something new. Some folks call it chasing the dopamine, but for whatever reason, gold panning seems to just keep tickling that itch. So, or keep scratching that itch, keep tickling that spot, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, I've been doing this for over a year now. I feel I've started to get pretty fair at panning in the last, just the last like 2, 3, maybe 4 months. So, and for anybody that's starting to just get into this, in my opinion, the best thing to do is either get some really small lead shot, or for a more authentic experience, get some pay dirt that you know that there's gold in, and pan it down, because for the longest time I spent so much time being really careful with my my concentrates, and seeing, is that gold? I'd have like this much, material in my pan and be like, oh, that's a little piece of gold, but it wasn't. And the biggest thing for me was to get through my head that gold is heavy. It's going to be on the bottom. So, that more than anything is like the number one rule, is that as long as you're not washing your pan, swirling your pan around heavily with water, the gold's going to be at the bottom. So, and of course, after gold will be lead at the bottom. So, if you don't want to risk losing any gold with pay dirt, just some really tiny lead shots, you could use like a angle cutter and or angle nipper, and nip the smallest little split shots for fishing into like 4 pieces, and throw that in with your pay dirt, mix it up, and start panning. Start recovering that, and it'll be all good. You know, you get really good at recovering that. Cut them up smaller. Take one of those quarters of that split shot, and pound it flat with a hammer, and cut that into 2 pieces. Throw both the pieces in. Now you got 3/4 of the split shots, and you know, another quarter that's been divided in half, so essentially 2/8 to hunt down. And you get good with that, do it again. I mean, some of the really tiny gold that I find is under 50 mesh, right? And that's probably a 1/16 of a split shot, you know, a really tiny one split in half. So, you know, I mean, and it also depends what your targets are, right? So like where I'm at, any wild gold I find here is going to be really tiny, really tiny. So that would be something that I would do just to make sure that I'm recovering what I can in a pan. And I mean, at the end of the day, a lead split shot, I mean, who doesn't have them? I mean, if you're a kid watching this and you don't have any, just go talk to an old guy in your neighborhood. I'm sure he's got a tackle box somewhere just rusting, and he's got a couple split shots. And if they're bigger split shots, no worries, just cut them up smaller. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, the gold we get is not perfect. And for those of you with excessive amounts of imperfect gold, feel free to send it my way. I will not. I'm not snobbish when it comes to my gold. You know, just send it my way. Let me know, and I'll keep my eyes open. So now I'm getting down to the point where I want to go a little bit slower and start watching, because this is all getting to the point where this is all black sands. And what I'm watching for is for the black sands to start forming peaks, because those peaks and valleys. So the valleys are going to be where the water is washed out more of the lighter stuff as well as the lighter black sands. But the peaks, something's stopping the water from washing that out, right? And that something stopping it is usually going to be a nice little piece of gold. I'm getting horrible with doing swirls instead of what I try to do is like that, get the water to meet up at the same time and then wash it back. So when I shake the pan like this, I know you can't see it on camera, but what I'm doing is I'm concentrating the material at the bottom, so when I put the water back up, it doesn't wash a bunch of the light stuff back up over the heavies, because that's just a wasted effort. So, who's got big plans this weekend? I know in my neck of the woods, it's gonna be nice. I mean, we're not talking skinny dipping weather, but we are talking, you know, low to maybe high 30s. You know, I'll take that, especially in January, February. That's unheard of. So, I myself, I don't know what I'm doing. I do not know. Maybe try to do some cleaning in the garage. Maybe grab a beer and cry over the lack of gold in my pan. I'm gonna get rid of those pieces there. A little bit more water. A little bit more water. A little bit more water. So this is getting down there now. And I mean, I'm not seeing anything nice and chunky there. Nothing's just shooting out at me, but at the same time, yeah, wow. I was really hoping. Nothing. Nothing. So that's day 3. Gross. Yeah, day 3. Well, I mean, we had what, like, I don't know, 12, 13 days in a row where there was at least one little piece in the pan, so it is to be expected, I guess. So that's that for Friday. Tomorrow, Saturday, we'll be doing another pan. Sunday, yeah, I want to do another Sluicing It Sunday. Maybe we'll sluice some heavier material. They really find stuff and save it all up for the contest. So, maybe we'll sluice down some fine or some larger material on Sunday. I'm not sure yet, but in any case, hug your loved ones, stay safe out there, and happy pans.